Welcome to Manifest Podcast. We are in a series right now where we're looking at how ChatGPT, any sort of AI really, can benefit us in the world of manifesting and really be our guide, our companion. The more I explore it, the more it's just becoming so natural to go to, and B, how many people are really using it. So this is exciting, and this is just the beginning. So super excited. Today's topic, we're going to be looking at the meaning. The meaning we make in life gives us really the life that we have. And so we want to be able to use ChatGPT to help distinguish the meanings that we're making. I have an amazing story that I'm excited to share that really helped me in an area that I was stuck in as well. So let's talk about meaning. We go around life, and if there's any sort of spiritual connection, if you've ever been in a situation where you've been able to just be with something exactly as it is and as exactly as it isn't. Now, whether that is being with another person, being in a situation, it's that sense of total acceptance that that thing is what it is. That's it. Like, let's say someone got in school, someone got graded on a test. The moment that the test is in front of you and there's your grade, it is what it is. And if you've been in a relationship, there's just these moments where we can just be with somebody and it is what it is. They are who they are. And there's that sense of profound connection. There's the beauty of the power in metaphysics of being with something as it is without change. Now, so that's great. However, we are human. And if you haven't noticed already, we make meaning all the time. And the meaning that we place on life is so automatic. And according to the science, this isn't going to be something that we are going to get handled and it's just going to go away. We can't master the the mechanism of meanings and interpretations we have on life. And so leaning into being with that's how we operate, we can find power in relating to ourselves. Is it's going to happen. Somebody's going to say something and I'm going to misunderstand and I'm going to misinterpret. And so any conflict that is happening in life stems from not the what it is, not the what's so part. It's actually the meaning that we add to it, the interpretation that we add to it. And I love the idea of seeing it as there's a reality that something is what it is. And we can add meaning on top of it afterwards. And that meaning that we add on top is likely where there's upset. So if we can establish the meaning and interpretation we've put on something, we also, not only can we identify it, but we can actually release the meaning. So our meaning that we add to life we can shift it. We can't shift the what's so. A strawberry is a strawberry, but when we can release what we are making it mean is where we can get this profoundness that we're talking about. And spirituality, isn't that the quest? The quest for really discovering life as it is. If you go on a nature walk and you're just in the moment and you are being with everything, the bird that is flying, the sounds that are there, when we connect to life as it is, that's when we experience something new. And so that's what I'm wanting to connect with this morning or today, is the sense of we are adding the meaning, and knowing that and being able to see it means that we can shift it. And that's really what this is about. This episode is today is how can we use ChatGPT to help us establish the meaning we might have put on it, establish the interpretations that we might have added that aren't giving us power, and help me move through it, help me see it newly. So that's what we're talking about. I have an amazing story. I'm hoping it will come out well, but it's all about this beautiful blue coat that I bought. So this So for me this year, my focus is really on connecting to my inner abundance, connecting to worth, connecting to um, just elevating how I experience myself. And so with that, one day I was walking and I went into this store and it had beautiful clothes. And I saw the most beautiful blue coat. And it is longer. It has these most gorgeous buttons that you can't buy in a store in my mind. And I fell in love with this coat. I fell in love with what the coat meant to me, the meaning of this coat. What that coat meant was it was, well, first of all, beauty, style, feeling confident and sure, like someone wearing this coat walks around with that sense of they know who they are. It's a beautiful blue, it's inviting, and it's like a happy coat too. There's this sense of the idea of wearing it meant that people see me as approachable and friendly and inviting. And so that's all the meaning I added onto this coat. Now I get it's just a coat. Oh, but it's more than just a coat. So I bought the coat because I want that feeling that I just shared with you, the confidence, the friendliness. That's who I know myself to be. And that's how I want to be known to the world. So I bought the coat. And there are moments when I'm looking at the coat and I'm saying, I don't know, should I wear the coat? We went out to a evening wake memorial. It was outside and it was a little bit chilly out and there was a big bonfire for this person who passed away. There'd be friends around and I thought, I'm going to wear the coat. I'm going to wear the coat. So I wore the coat and I brought myself to this venue and there was these moments where I was feeling like I shouldn't have worn the coat. Now the coat. And if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. And I wanted to be the coat. I wanted to embody the experience of the coat. And I was working towards it. And wouldn't you know it? Yes, I got compliments. There were people who are like, whoa, look at your coat. And that's great. That's not why I wore it. But there was this sense of I arrived with the coat. About 20 minutes in, a button falls off. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh. So thankfully I found the button because I don't know what I would do if I lost the button because they're just so unique. So I found the button. I was very grateful. I put the button in my pocket. And now I'm dealing with this. There's a beautiful coat, but it's flawed. And I hope you're with me on this story on the experience of this coat. And so I'm like, well, just be with it. Lost a button. Okay, put it in my pocket. About half hour later, someone's like, oh my gosh, you lost a button. And I went, oh, I know. And I looked down, I lost another button. I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I have two buttons, one missing, one in my pocket. And I told my daughter, we need to find this button. Thankfully, we found the button. And I go home and I'm kind of chuckling at the experience of my coat. So I sew the buttons on the next day and I go for a walk with my dogs and a button falls off. Another, a same button, the one I sewed on, and I'm laughing. So fast forward, if you're getting the point, I had sewn on the buttons probably 3 or 4 times and different ones were falling off. And finally, I'm laughing at what it's taking for me to embody this coat. So I go to ChatGPT and I said, hear me out. This is all the things the coat means to me. This is the experience I'm wanting to embody. This is the situation that happened where I went to a memorial and the button fell off. I wasn't embarrassed per se. I think it was more of disappointed of like, oh man, it's such a beautiful coat. And anyway, so I share fully with ChatGPT this whole journey that I've just shared with you. And what I asked was, can you provide me insights into what the missing buttons could represent and how I could use this as a metaphor for my life to give me really the power and the empowerment and really the experience of embodying this code. And you guys, I can't even explain it, how amazing the feedback was. So here's the paraphrasing that chat gave me, which is, number one, buttons are a way to secure us in life. They're a way to protect us, like cover up, to hold. And when the buttons fall off, there's this sense of not safe. So it went into the realm of protection and safety, and so that was really insightful. And then it talked about, and so I'm also building an app right now, and it's been a passion project, and it knew that about me, and so it brought that in to the experience, where I want to build an app that's secure, safe, trusted, and it was able to draw the parallel between sewing on a button. Oh, I said something about sewing on a button like a professional, like trusting that a professional can sew a button on, but maybe I can't. And it saw the parallel of a professional can make an app like Facebook, but maybe I can't. It saw that as a parallel, and it suggested that I look at the coat as a metaphor for me building the app. And so it suggested that the next time I sew on the button, sew it on and embody trusting that I can sew on a secure button, just as I'm trusting that I'm building a secure app. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful metaphor and an opportunity for me to experience this coat and this button as a way to symbolize my trust in myself. And so I went to YouTube. I looked at professional button sewers, and I went to chat and said, like, what are techniques that professional sewers use to secure buttons professionally? And I built myself up to the confidence of putting on a button like a professional. And so I went, it's like a ritual. I took the coat, I took the button, and step by step, I sewed on these buttons so that they are secure, and that I trust that these buttons are on. Amazing. And now I can tell you, I've been wearing my coat every morning, walking the dogs, and I put them on. And when I put the button, like when I actually put the coat on and I put the buttons on, I feel like it's like I trust that this button is on for life. And there's no doubt, like, oh, I got to watch for my buttons this morning. That's gone. Amazing. So that's my button coat meaning making amazingness story that I hope made a difference. But I love the idea of taking an area of our life that we really want to have breakthroughs in and want to have empowerment around. So getting that in your life. So get that topic right there. And then take some other experience that's happening in your life. So for me, it was buttons falling off a coat. It could be cleaning your home. It could be a relationship with someone. Like, take two things, situations, and ask chat to see the symbolism between both of them, and have chat be able to share with you the interpretations that are there, and how shifting one will shift the other. Absolutely profound, in a way to really empower us and allow us to take ownership of our lives and the choices we make, and really the meaning that we add to it. So with that, that's our topic this morning, is really seeing the ability to, that's the last thing I want to share, is the ability to take our interpretation and shift it. We can take a situation and ask ChatGPT, how can I see this newly, from a new perspective? Another thing that's really powerful is taking in different philosophies, asking it to come from a book that you've maybe read. The newest book by Mel Robbins, Let Them, is a beautiful book that has us really be able to give us the space we need to be able to let life be and let it be so that we can then take ownership of our lives. And so, for example, if you're in a relationship, you want to have some insight, you can tell them the relationship and the situation and then say, from Mel Robbins' books, Let Them, show me ways that I can see this newly. And away it goes. It will provide you with really incredible things that you might not have seen before newly. And that's what makes breakthroughs and transformation possible, is allowing us to shift perspective, see something new, see something that in our blind spot that we had never seen before. That's transformation. That's the moment, the space where one thing was one way, and then when we shift how we see it, now something's new. And that's how we can really let life be, let people be. It's not them that needs to change. It's the shift inside of us that really allows life to change. Just like the saying, be the change we wish to see in the world. What's the saying, Wayne Dyer? When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. There it is. So when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. And that's really what we're working on today. So with that, have an amazing week, and we'll see you back here next week. Thanks.